Okay, and welcome back, viewers, to Let's Play Legend of Mana. Last time we just started the game and got introduced to the basic controls and such. What we're going to do now is go ahead and get our first quest. So I'm going to go to this place that this thing that we just put down. Can you see those weird red things in the corner of my screen? Okay, they went away. I don't know what that was. It's related to the video program that I was using, and it was just a little glitch. Okay, so immediately upon entering this town, we see a guy. He's kind of looking kind of cool, and this other pumpkin head looking thing, and they're talking. This guy says his name is Alazul, kind of a cool name to go along with a cool outfit. He walks in. Pumpkin's kind of upset because he's like, geez, he makes me sick. I don't know what that's about, nor do I care right now, because I'm going to go get a different quest to start out our Legend of Mana walkthrough. By the way, I'm not sure if I said it, but this is a Let's Play Legend of Mana. So welcome, and we're going to talk to this fat cat-looking thing, or rabbit, I guess, over here. His name is Nico, or Nicola, which, oops, I just accidentally answered his question wrong. Okay, he asks you, the highway's full of bandits, don't you think it's too dangerous to leave town? And I said yes the first time, but I'm a strong woman, I'm gonna say no. It's not too dangerous for me. Alright, so we're gonna go on this little thing, and you know, if you watch my Let's Plays, viewers, you're going to notice that I tend to skip through the dialogue pretty quickly. I try to summarize it as best I can, but nobody wants to read dialogue in a Let's Play, let's be honest. I mean, you might be okay with me reading it, but even that can get pretty tedious, because some of those conversations are long. So, I'll use a mixture between reading it verbatim and summarizing the conversations. So we need to go see this guy. If you notice where I came, I just went down one screen and then I went into this shop here. Why, it's Niccolo. Hello, governor. He kind of has a British Cockney thing going on. Hello, gov. How have you been? Have you got anything good for me today? Actually, I have a splendid item today, but I just can't let it go. Oh, Nikolai, you're just tearing... Okay, I'm going to stop with the Cockney accent before I embarrass myself even further. Okay, so they're just having this conversation about Nicola, the rabbit, trying to sell this guy some crappy item. Looks like a wheel. The guy's like, it's crappy. Nicola's, oh, it's nothing special. Now, because Nicola pretends it's not important, the Tipo guy that looks like a teapot says he wants it. But Nicola's like too stubborn, and he's charging 50 grand for it, so he's going to let me use it. He's going to let Luca use it, so I'm going to use it. I'll be back. But you know, the thing is, I'm not really going to use it. I'm actually going to, you know, permanently use it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like borrowing, but forever. At least as long as this game lasts. I'm just going to test something, viewers. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so we're going to exit to the world map now. Now, again, when you exit to the world map, you get the chance to place an artifact. And, so basically what you're going to want to do is push X, I think it is, push square to grab the artifact, and move it to where you want it. And so as it happens, we're going to be putting this artifact, let's see here, let's go over here. Okay, so Dryad, Gnome, and Sylph, or Sylphid, or in this game it's called the Djinn, that's the second to last one there, will be added to this. And it will not receive the benefits, the pre-existing benefits of that one. So we're going to add it here. Add it here. And so it's going to be pretty lonely as far as elemental power goes, right when it's first added. It's just going to have the three. For the most part, stages come with 3 default elements like that. Okay, and somebody's blowing up my Facebook on my other computer here. Alright. And we're going to go over to the Luan Highway. So click on it. As you can see, there's... Oh, I guess there's 4 elements. Oh, you know what? I see what happened. I think I'm catching on now. I'm pretty good at this game, but I also learn things as I go. Okay, so... First of all, by adding the Luan Highway, the home gained the extra Gnome, Dryad, and Djinn. So Gnome and Dryad are now at 2, and Djinn is at 1. And then the Luan Highway picked up 1 aura, I think it picked it up. I am pretty sure it was not native. I'll go back and review and we'll double check that, but I think it's because the home had 2 at the time that it was placed. So it was the only element with 2 in a pre-existing land, so you get 1, you get like half the pre-existing value of adjacent lands rounding down. By the way, notice up in the corner the seed has now sprouted. Okay, so, by the way, earlier when we got that quest, it was called Nicolo's Business Unusual. And so he's asked us to go to this map where he gave us the artifact for, and basically, you know, well, I guess, let me just push something and see if I can, diary. Okay, click on your diary if you want to see what the hell's going on. Nick's business. Rid the highway of bandits. Okay, so it's a very, very short description. Well, by the way, while we're on this screen, one quick thing. First of all, items that I have. This displays your extra items. This displays equipped items here. I have a Minos bronze halberd and a Minos bronze two-handed axe. You can see the stats there. If I move over here, you can actually see it. So that's 12 offense. And those are my defense abilities for that armor. Okay, so I'm going to go down to skill, and right now I have jump and defend, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that for now. And we'll talk a little bit more about skills in a little bit. And then the NPC that I have, this is his stats. You can see his items. He's got salesman's gloves, merchant cap. He's got much better armor than I do right now. And so that's that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on to the action, because you don't want to hear about all the boring logistical stuff. We can explain that as we go. So, as we start this mission, I'm going to walk right over here, and there's going to be some enemies. And so, this is our first chance to use our attack. So, pushing square gives you your kind of a quick attack. You can do kind of repeated combos. And then pushing, what is that, circle? Circle and triangle do your abilities that you have equipped. And then 4 does kind of a more powerful lunge, what's called a lunge attack, I guess, which is a more powerful attack. So I'm going to run over here, and then watch this. I'm going to kick some ass now. Oops. If you get good with your weapons, you can use your attack. You can use your lunge attack by pressing directional buttons, which makes the attack a little bit different. And if you push down when you're using your lunge attack, it'll actually cause the, a cooldown time, if you will, between attacks to be much less. So if you get used to that, you can do a lot more damage in a lot less time. By the way, if you face away and then face towards, you're going to do this like jumping maneuver. It's like this. Well, I can't do it when there's no enemies, but I'll show you next battle. Okay, so the blue diamond things are experience points, and the coins are coins. Okay, who's this? There's a cat. Let's talk to it. Cat? Hello. I am Dana, and I come from Gato. Did you come to see one of the 7 wisdoms? Wow, what cute ears. We're meant to be together. Blah 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 blah. Okay, and then I could say yes. Oh, excuse me, I wasn't talking to you. I could say yes, but okay, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go see the wisdom real quick. So if you want to go see the wisdom, there are these things in the game, and I'll come back for that chest in a minute. Don't worry. There's these things in the game called wisdoms, and they are wise creatures that inhabit the land, and they're kind of like in Chrono Trigger gurus, or what else would they be? Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. I'm pushing the wrong button again. Okay, still getting used to controls, folks. It's been a while since I played this, and it's on a computer, so it's all different. And so anyway, the wisdoms are just wise characters throughout the game that give you advice and are universally regarded as respected and wise, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to run over here. We're going to find the first wisdom over here. And let me tell you this, some wisdoms are harder to find than others, and you're going to learn that the hard way as we play Legend of Mana. By the way, some of you pronounce that mana. I think it should be mana. And that's what I'm going to stick to. And that's what I always did when I was a kid and when I was playing this game and others in its series. Okay, so we're moving on up. And we're here at the fork. Oh, one quick thing. See that guy down there? Do not talk to him. He boinks you, which means he takes you back to the beginning of a level. That can be useful at times, but we don't need it right now, because we want to see the Luca Canyon side. Yes, they do name that canyon side after you. And so I don't know why or what the thinking there is, but makes you feel kind of special. Candies that are given out here heal you. Usually you don't need it. Okay, so I mastered a special technique called Rising Claw. We'll explain more about that later. Okay. And we're gonna kill these guys. Kill, 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 kill. Okay, look at Nico is using lightning kick against the Chocobo. Chocobo is a classic square character. Okay, so we got some experience. Moving on. Oh, there's chest. And what do we got? Odd meat. Okay, so one thing you're going to be collecting throughout this game are food items such as meat, fruit, etc. Food items are generally used to feed pets and or for tempering. I'll explain more about that later. Come closer, my children. Yes. Here's an element of 3D kind of being 3D simulation being interposed on the 2D background. Okay, so they do a nice job with it. Boulder with the face, this will be a good show. Hello, rabbit-eared person, blah, 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 blah. This is a pretty silly conversation, but he said, by the way, there should be an ancient tree around your house. He will help you with many things. Come again, my children. Arr, let me down. That's kind of cool. You don't even expect that to be a hand right away. Okay, so we've done that. Said something about a tree. We'll talk about that later. But I'm going to kick some ass now. In addition to meat, or food items like fruit and meat, you get, and vegetables, you get all sorts of other items such as, well, let's see here. Okay, I mastered a new ability, counterattack. I got an animal hide that time. An animal hide is a raw material, or mat, as those of you familiar with the general RPG community, including most notably World of Warcraft, would say. Mats are used in making instruments, golems, they're used to make weapons and armor. They're used for a lot of shit. Okay. Moving on up. I keep forgetting which control does which. Oh, I just flew in from New York today, and man, are my arms tired. I do like to mix it up with a little humor sometimes, viewers. Okay, back to the Luca Canyon side. I remember that coming this way, the way in. And got an item there. Items, of course, come in those sacks. Nico's doing pretty well. Sometimes the question arises, can you control the NPC? And the answer is yes, you can if you have a second player. Okay, these guys are kind of important to kill because they give you another type of item that we're going to introduce now, that we've gotten a few of already. And those items are... Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And... Okay, they didn't give me anything. Well, what I was going to say if they would have given me something is they give you seeds. Yay, to plant gardens, I guess. Also useful in tempering, meaning making weapons and armor. Got an ear of wheat. I honestly don't even know what kind of item that is, other than to say it is a secondary item. So there's... Okay, I should explain the difference. There's prime material items, which I referred to earlier as mats. And then there are secondary items such as ears of wheat, or fruits, or seeds, or grave dirt, or wicked eye. I mean, there's all these weird things in the game, and you'll see a lot of them. And basically what it is it's just a bunch of stuff that you can use to make other stuff. Okay, a lot of experience on the Chobin Hood there. Some of these games you're going to recognize from Secret of Mana, by the way. Like that guy. And is that a Buzzbee? Do you remember Buzzbees from Legend? Hold on. How do you pause? What's my pause button? Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't even remember which button is pause. There it is. Lullabud. I think those are from Secret of Mana too, right? Those are and they were pink in that game. And the Buzzbee certainly is. They were the giant bee things that were really annoying, but Gaia's navel. Okay, we're gonna kill this guy. And we got an item this time, so you can see the seed that I'm gonna get here. Got at least 2 items. Okay, so I got 2 small seeds. Seeds come in several varieties. Small, large, oblong, crooked, bent, flat, spiny or spiky, I can't remember. In fact, I would say most of the enemies are found also in Secret of Mana. So there's a lot of commonality between the two games. That's nice. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. Getting everything. We're getting lots of money. Maybe I can buy some upgrades to my armor. I noticed I didn't buy any upgrades or any additional armor before I went on this quest. Okay, so there's a couple Chobin Foots, or is it Chobin Hoods, I'm sorry. We'll give candy. I don't like candy anyway, it's worthless. They didn't like that. Rawr. These are highway bandits. Punks. Okay, so they got this their little buddy here, who, if you remember, is the Mantis Ant. Now, where did we see him before? Well, those of you who are Secret of Mana fans like I was, and still very much am, know, of course, that just like this game, Mantis Ant was the first boss in Secret of Mana. And he's gonna hit me. I'm gonna try to avoid those enemy attacks if you can't help it, like I just did there. You're gonna want to try to get combos. If you're gonna use your combo button, you've got to make sure your attacks are interspaced enough. Oh, and you can definitely knock enemies unconscious like this. Okay, we're gonna knock him out. Now, when the enemy dies, he kind of dies here. Now, you want to be greedy with experience, basically. So the enemy drops a chest, and it has these giant crystals, and Nico might have gotten one there, but I got most of them. Yeah, so I got 50, he got 10, I got 100 Lucra. Lucra being, of course, the currency for the game. So having completed that quest, basically, he's gonna... You almost always get some sort of reward for completing quests, so let's see what he gives you. It's usually a prime material. But he gave me an iron pot, a green ball bun, and a whatever it was. Basically, and he's forcing me to buy it. They all suck. He's kind of a swindler. Oh, and take this too. Oh, that's good. AF Flame, AF Medallion. Okay, so those are 2 artifacts. Those are very important for progressing in the game. Okay. And you're going to get artifacts a lot, especially in these beginning stages, to kind of fill out the world map. Smile. Okay, so having completed this quest, it's going to give a little screen here. The end. And then it's going to take me back to the world map. After it loads. There's a little sproutling there. The more land you place on the map, the more mature that tree becomes. Also, notice up in the upper right corner now. Excuse me. Upper right corner, it's Salamander. That's the day of the week it is. There's 6 days of the week. Shay doesn't get a day. Everybody else does. So I'm going to head home. And I'm going to go home. As a general rule, I like to go home after every single quest. Why? Because then I can write down the quest progress in my diary. Is that vital to complete the game? Of course not. It just is a nice, touch of role-playing, touch of keeping track of which missions you've done. You can look at your journal thing on your inventory screen, but I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'm looking, there's no entries, and then I'm coming over and talking to this guy. Talk to him. Money crazy. Okay, so now what I need to do is exit the building, or exit the room. And what does he do? Oh my god, the cactus gets up and he writes something down in the journal. So I don't even have to write my own journal. The cactus does it for me. Whoever invented this was a genius. We're going to go back upstairs and just take a look. Nick's business. And here's a more thorough description. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to use Circle to get out of that. And I'm going to go over here and save my motherfucking game. So anyway, if you've been watching, I'm going to save a new game. Thank you for watching, of course, and I'll be back next time with a little bit more about the world map, artifacts, and a little bit more about the next quest. So, again, Professor Snuggles, he's keeping his eyes out. Talk to you later.